satisfied. Illuminate the nose on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, then I'll follow you into the dark. In Catholic school, as vicious as Roman rule. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Vivi, OMI, Earth 2 update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everybody say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. I love you all. I hope everyone's doing pretty well. So, we have had a hell of a few days going on here. It has been pretty exciting. Like, again, you cannot say that these are not some of the most exciting times that you've seen in a long time. You cannot say that this is something that is going to probably be talked about this past year, 2021, for... I really hope it doesn't get forgotten, because next year is going to be so exciting for both Earth 2 and Vivi and Akomi and OMI and all that, is because that's when like all the groundwork is being laid this year. Why I decided to go and over-leverage myself again and get that last 300,000 OMI in order to get to 116 million is because that is the that I would be stupid not to. Like I had somebody ask me a question the other day of like, hey, do I get a Walt or I get 1 point something million OMI? And I was like, listen, Walts are great. Walts are historic. Walts are something like. But I've seen videos that just buy up all these Walts that have dozens of Walts. I was like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna spend how many, hundreds of thousands of dollars on this. And I go on and I think that this is not something that, yes, I understand the fact that it's one of the most historic pieces in ever on Vivi. You make the argument that maybe, okay, well, the Todd McFarlane Batman and the Secret War Spider-Man, the Superman, and even the Wonder Woman. But I guess, so definitely top 5, if not, top 3. Walt is over $9,000. Insert your Vegeta, Dragon Ball Z, over 9,000 memes down below. I don't know how you do that in memes, is YouTube, maybe links, I don't know. But in order for that to 10x, that has to get to $90,000. And I'm not saying that that's not possible. I'm not saying, right now it just costs a couple of ETH for that. But for $90,000, that's real money. Like, that is down payment on a house. That could be an entire house depending on where you live. Not really in New York, but other places, definitely so. Sorry, I'm trying to find the right balance of light here. And I was like, listen, I got in my head, 1 million OMI I would take versus a Walt statue right now. Again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't charge more for your Walt statue. You should get paid what it's worth. But what does it have to reach? It has to reach 5 cents next year for you to 10x your money. I am so beside myself in the fact that I think OMI will do a lot more than 10x, go to 5 cents next year. I took advantage of the dip. I did what I had to do. Again, I'll let you guys know in the future after it's all said and done how I did it. And obviously proof of that will come when we either get on more exchanges or when when Immutable X is done and we're able to go to the other app. As far as Earth 2 goes, we had a really big announcement from Nathaniel, and a lot of people were wondering, hey, why did a lot of these developers, they kind of walking away right now? And I did make the assumption and theory that it was because they had bought the drone video game, but also I wasn't recognizing that you have a bunch of people that are working on Earth 2 that realize what an amazing thing this is, and they don't have they're not allowed to buy, because if they were able to do that, if they were able to buy on that Earth 2 video game, they have a vested interest. They know exactly where you're able to buy, what's going to have the most advantages. So I think a lot of the devs walking away in conjunction with the fact that we have the drone team coming, and we have maybe their part in this was over. Finally, we're getting into phase 2. Finally, we have tier 2 stuff. Finally, we have the crafting of jewels. We have brilliant jewels and all this. A lot of this stuff is coming. Again, they announced the crypto. When is it going to be listed on exchanges? I don't know. When is the value going to come up? I don't know. So I would think that. Sorry, I've been streaming a lot. Brain gets fried very easily now. But I'd be thinking that. I'm hoping they don't actually announce and don't list the crypto until at some point next year, like after Q1, because by that time, OMI goes to 5-10 cents, whatever. I'll put in 50 to 100,000. I'll put in 1% of my net worth into the crypto. Why? Because starting even at a penny, even if it starts, I think that 100x's very, very quickly. Why? Look at Mana. Look at Decentraland. Look at Sand and Sandbox. We have a lot more players in Earth 2 than Decentraland does, and Vivi has a lot more month of active daily users than Decentraland does. Very, very confident in both of these going absolutely sky high. So I'm gonna get to comments real quick, and then we'll go from there. Ask me anything. AMA. See what we got here. Randy says, Randy the Goat Chavez. I have this. I also have this idea where, if anyone remembers Luke Cage in not the Defenders series, but the actual Netflix series Luke Cage, there's this, and he lives in Harlem. There's these two kind of like gangs that are like, one's on the east side, one's the west side, or north and south. I forget which one, but there's this barbershop called Pops, or Pops is the owner or whatever. That was considered a neutral place. That was considered some place where kids, old guys, people maybe that were in both gangs, they could go there, and that was a safe space. Nothing bad happened at Pops. I want my channel to be able to say, like, hey, whatever's going on, I want to be like really positive. And I'm not saying that there aren't things that shouldn't be addressed. Of course, I'm always going to address those. But I always want things to be like good and happy. Like I just saw before that Sparky, you've seen her on, I think, Wendy stream on the Women of Vivi, that she had 1,500 followers. She wasn't expecting that. She thought that was really cool. I thought that was really cool. Thought that should be highlighted. There's also somebody else that I have no idea who this person is. I guess she's a model. So I retweeted out before this girl Lisa Ramos. I'm gonna try to get her on the podcast. She is a verified on Twitter, 128,000 followers, and she says, "My Sunday evening view, Vivi official." She's watching some football game, and then she's got a Wonder Woman there. I don't know. I can't tell what football game that is, but again, it doesn't matter. The main thing is the Wonder Woman right there. So I retweeted it. Hey, that's somebody that I don't know if anybody else reached out to. Maybe she's watching this right now. I don't know. Maybe she's like, I'll take a look. See if you are. Hi, add her on Instagram. I'm following her here. I didn't send her a message, but I retweeted and I commented. I don't think this is somebody that anybody reached out to in particular, maybe outside of me. I think this is just somebody that happened to be cool, that happened to have a lot of followers. Again, the amount of followers you have, I don't say it doesn't mean anything. Like, they're just people. And they probably find some things cool the way that we do. The things that scare you as a kid scare you as an adult. Things that excite you as a kid excite you as an adult. Same thing with, people with check marks. Same thing with people with lots of subscribers. We all like to say, Ariana Grande's got an Eevee tattoo. Justin Bieber collects Pokémon cards. I like the same things we do. Yeah. What we got here? Stidwax has scooped up another 2 million this morning. Bring on that financial freedom! Get that bread! Cynox says, do you think there will be a big dip in the market around end of year because of the holidays, Master Randy? Master Randy is a good one. I wonder if that'll be a thing. I wonder if that is going to be a thing, Master Randy. I don't know if it would be because of the holidays. I think it would be because some people that... Because again, go to a bank and I show them, close to $1 million in crypto, and they say, yeah, we can't give you any loans based on that. Okay? When they go out and they say they're not giving loans based on crypto, I think certain people that have made some gains, whether it's trading or they sell some whatever, they're going to go and they're going to sell some of their crypto. And it's like, well, Chavez, isn't that, a little bit more gains that they have to pay for? Yeah, absolutely. But guess what they can do? They can borrow against that money, that physical money that's in their accounts. And when you borrow something, it sits on your account as a debt. And that what that does is, let's say if you have $30,000 in profit, but then you take out like a $30,000 loan, whatever it is, it cancels each other out. Again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but for the most part, with the accounting that I have worked with in the past, which again was a high risk lender, a lot of the times when we're able to say to somebody like, "Hey, I know you don't want to take out this much money, but again, you're going to be able to not pay as much taxes because this sits on your account as a debt." Now, if you take let's say a merchant cash advance or whatever, then that counts as revenue. Actually, you have to pay more taxes on that. But a actual loan, nope, sits on it as a debt. So yeah, you could write off the interest as well. So I don't think it will be because of the holidays or whatever. I think it's just because of big people do it because of that. Again, if you have to sell OMI in order to pay for Christmas gifts, you probably shouldn't have been able to afford it probably shouldn't have bought it in the first place. So I don't. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe a lot of people that did do that, they just thought they'd be able to. We'd be on exchanges by now, and maybe that does happen. If it does, I'll buy more, or I'll try to buy more. I don't. I honestly, I think this was it for the rest of the year. I don't think I could buy anymore. I paid rent, paid my rent, and yeah. So that's it. And again, that money didn't even go through my account. That money it was just yeah. So moving on. Lord of the Realm says, yes, more OMI. This dip was a gift. I had to make sure I capitalized at least a little bit on there. OMI Player 1 says, good evening. Well, hello. What's going on, OMI Player 1? Hello, Ethan Youngberg. How's it going? James Kelly says, what are your thoughts on Joseph Janik? Well, give me a second here, and I will do a thing. Let me go to the Joseph. Let me see. Janik. Colonel Joseph Janik? Westover Air Reserve Base? But let me know which Joseph Janik you're talking about, and then I'll give you opinions. Lord of the Realm says, hello, Dashi. Oh, yes, hello, Dashi. Six Pack Lopez says, meow, meow, meow. Vivi Darkling says, what's up, Randy? Hi, Dash. Yo, Vivi Darkling, how's it going, fam? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing good. Are you still going to be in Vegas come February? Because some of us might be there. Ethan Edwards says, why did Earth 2 want drone? It's a really cool video game. It's something that you could go and that will probably fit into Earth 2 really well. It's probably something that's going to be able to go and say, oh, hey, you know what? Maybe some resources can build some pieces to helicopters or drones. Maybe use that to able to gather more essence. Because again, they did say when essence or when resources are going to be able to spawn on other people's properties and you can go and collect it. Well, how are you going to go and collect it? Maybe at first we don't get avatars. Maybe at first we all build drones. And then, oh, hey, here's some resources and here's some ether that's being that's on somebody else's land that's unclaimed. You go and you get it. And obviously you get most of that and the person that actually owns the land still gets a piece of it, but that would be one giant grab bag. If anyone remembers the game Mario Party, grab bag is you have all of your bags of coins, and what you do is you have to go and you press B and you punch, and you get behind somebody and you punch their bag, and you wriggle it, and sometimes you can get one or even up to 5 coins, and if you could do that with, but again, the bigger your bag gets, the slower you are. But I was so good at that game. I was so good at that game. I would just, I don't know who had the most. I would just get behind them, just continue punching, and just absolutely extorting them for lots of money. It was great. So yeah, if we were able to do that with drones, it's like, oh, hey, guess what? You're carrying a lot of loot. You get slower as that happens. Dude, that would be so much fun. So much fun. It'd be like that Diddy Kong game where you fly to somebody else's nest and you grab their eggs and bring them back to your place. That'd be a good time. Philip B says, hey, Randy. Hey, what's going on? What's up, Linux? How you doing? Carl R says, can we get Immutable X migration already? I'm hoping it soon. I am hoping more than most people that it is soon. Why? Because I am tired of my account looking like it looks like. Yeah. So yeah. Moving on. Player 1 says over 9,000. Justin says, yes, buy OMI. I'm trying. I'm trying as much as I can. I actually, what I need to do is I need to go on eBay again, and I need to go and try to lower these prices of these Pokemon cards again. No, these are the ones that I'm watching. I need to go to the ones that I'm selling. Active. All right, I'm going to send an offer. Oh, no, there's only one interested buyer. Okay, I'm going to take this card, which is this card is worth, I think, $3,000. This Japanese promo Masaki Omastar. But I have it listed for 2 and just no one's biting. Like, I am so beside myself. So I'm going to have to go and I'm going to have to edit the pricing. Put it down to 1,800. Really don't want to do that, but you know what? For OMI, you do what you got to do. And yep, 1,800. All right, revising. Come on. And it links down below for these cards, by the way. If you're sitting on enough cash and just like, I'll take something that should be at least 50% higher. And then somebody else they messaged me about the Blaine's Arcanine, which is $1,800, which is, again, far cheaper than anything else. So just to give you guys an idea on the discounts that I'm giving. Blaine's Arcanine, first edition, PSA 10. The next cheapest one after me is $3,000. $3,000 is the next cheapest one after me, and mine is at $1,800. So yeah, just very, very cheap. Selling my stuff for. Uncle Mike's Cryptonomics says, how many millions do you need to be a whale? The old farmer. Let's go. What's going on? How's it going? I don't know. I think 10 million is a decent amount, but because again, 10 million is $50,000. That's a lot of money. To put in, and probably have to, between fees and everything, probably have to put in more than that to get that 10 million. So I'd say, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? How much OMI do you need to be considered a whale? Comment down below. Philip B says, I wanted to sell my wallet for 10,000 gems just because Vivi has only the Disney Plus franchise license and not the product license. I'm too much worried that it will not be transferable. I think most everything, including Disney, would be on OpenSea at some point, but I don't think. Yeah, I think they'll be. Most of these will be transferable one day. How long you have to wait for that, I don't know. But I also think with OMI to NFT, if somebody has, let's say, like, hundreds of ETH, and they just want, I'll liquidate a couple of ETH to get something. They don't need to, even if you can't buy with ETH, okay, they take the ETH and they buy OMI, and then they take the OMI and then they buy that. It's really not that hard. It's just an extra step. Instead of just taking your Ethereum and buying the NFT, okay, well, let me buy some OMI, and then use the OMI to buy that. It's that simple. Like, if you have that much ETH, most likely you do a lot more interesting things than that. Actually, let me show you guys something that some people are willing to do. And the some people that are willing to do this, you can be damn sure that they're going to do this with OMI and Ethereum. Hang on one second. Certain amount of cash. It was from a guy, Danny Balder Strauss. Because currently he's staking time, TIME, for about 0.3 ETH per day at an APY of 72,062.9% on Wonderland Fi. This is obviously not risk-free, so do your own research. So basically says first you'll need a MetaMask. If you don't have one, here's how to set one up. Okay, cool. All right, easy. Next, you will need to add AVAX to MetaMask. Here's a tutorial on how to add AVAX to MetaMask. Okay, all right. Let's say you get that. That's pretty easy. Then you will need to buy some Avalanche, hashtag, $AVAX. You can buy the AVAX on Coinbase Pro very easily. Another tutorial on how to buy it. 4, once you have AVAX in MetaMask, then you go to TraderJoeXYZ.com. This is where you'll swap AVAX for time. Click the trade tab at the top, choose AVAX in the from box and time in the to box, and set the amount. Another tutorial. All right, these are getting a little wonky here. Number 5. Now you should have time in your MetaMask wallet after confirming the transaction. Now you need to go to wonderland.money. This is where you will actually stake your time. Make sure MetaMask is connected at the top, then choose the amount and click stake time. All right, that's a little bit even more. Now you'll see your time balance drop and your memo balance go up. Memo is your staking receipt for time. Every 8 hours, there'll be a rebase where you earn more memo based on the amount of time you have staked. Like I said, it gets a little more complicated at the end. 7, you can stake/unstake at any time without penalty to convert back to time. You can then go back to Trader Joe and swap time for AVAX or other assets. You can send AVAX back to Coinbase Pro and sell it back to USD if you want to. That just seems like a lot of work for... Now, I get it. You know, it's 72,000% APY, so I completely understand why people are willing to go through that. But I'm just saying, people are willing to go through that many steps for that again, is a little more high risk. I'm pretty sure people are going to be 100% willing, like, oh, hey, let me take this ETH, let me buy OMI with it, and then let me take this OMI and buy NFTs. Pretty sure they'll be well within the limits of their intelligences to do that. Yeah. Carl R. I'm going to read that in 1 second. Hydrating. I feel like we're going to get big announcements on Immutable X this week. David, you teased it, and Reese took the weekend off to prepare for all the interviews. LOL. Reese was traveling. He deserved a big break, but yeah, he was traveling. That's true. David did tease it a couple times though. Yeah, and he's going to be on, I think, Women X Vivi. Is that going to be tomorrow? He's going to be on Women X Vivi pretty soon. So I really can't wait for that. Techno King, Barber, yes. Elon, I love that. I gotta say that. So maybe it is gonna be something like that. Maybe say, hey, oh God. I mean, Reese did say we'll have plenty of reason to smile at Christmas. If we got on exchanges this month. Yeah. So again, here's something else that I wanted to bring up. I think this is whale manipulation at its finest. 100,000 OMI, 100,000 OMI, 100 people just selling that. Like, that's not a bunch of different people. That's a whale that's doing that, or it's somebody with enough OMI to do that. I think a lot of people, or a lot of mischievous, maybe they're in it just for their own, or maybe they're just looking to screw people, whatever, trying to dump, trying to spread FUD, trying to get people all riled up. Guys, let's not forget, once we're on exchanges, a lot of these whales, a lot of people that wish to be bad for the company and try to, flip their wand at the prestidigitation and be able to go, you know what? Yeah, this is bad, or try to manipulate, their power gets decreased a whole lot. What happens to, big drug kingpins when, certain drugs are legalized? They lose power. What happens to pimps and human traffickers when, prostitution is legalized? They lose power. What happens when we get on exchanges and people that, have been manipulating this price for months? What happens? Their power decreases. So I'm very, very bullish at the next month or two, as soon as we do get on exchanges. Are we going to get on it this month? I don't know. I'm not planning to for next month. Nice little pulse there. I don't know where this goes short term. I didn't expect it to get down to here. Did I buy more? Abso-heckin-lutely. Let's see if there's any more of those. It looks like we ate through that. So we did eat through that, which is pretty nice. Actually, yeah, got a bunch of buy orders right there. That's pretty good. All right, moving on here. What do you think OMI will be at this time next year? It's really hard to say this time next year, because at this point next year, we'll probably be in a bear market, crypto winter. But I do think that before we get there, I think we do reach up to 30 cents. Now, I could be wrong. This could be a super cycle, and we could have this going on for another year and a half, this bull market. But I think there's a lot of time in the bull market left. I've heard a bunch of people say that they know. At the end of the day, nobody knows. But I will say that with the Federal Reserve keeping interest rates artificially low, there shouldn't be a reason for... Again, we already had like a mini or a really big correction anyway because of the pandemic that happened last year. So I feel like that might have also taken place a little bit. Yeah, you had a lot of people make a lot of money, and again, be advised, guys, you can make a lot of money during corrections. Most people won't because most people don't want to sit on their stuff for months at a time. Let's say we're up here and we start to go down. As soon as we lose 20%, I'm buying. 20 more percent, buying more, buying more. I'm buying all the way down, buying all the way up until I run out of money. And that K-shaped recovery, what happens? So, yeah. Now again, obviously it's going to go like this, but it's just what happens. Again, just my opinion, not financial advice. DW says 7 cents. I wonder if DW means that, so 7 cents, let's say we get to 30 and then we go down to 7 cents? Maybe. Mr. Lyman says, at London, lad, only probably going back down 0.0036. I'm not going to say I'm hoping for that because I actually don't have any more money to spend. Will I get more? I'm going to try. Although I do have to pay rent, and although I could just live out my security deposit, and I'd be like, hey, just take my security deposit for this month, and just hope for the best. So maybe. Rob says next year will be a great year for OMI. So much money sitting on the sidelines waiting for better exchanges. The FOMO will be insane. Agreed. MLB says I'm playing Mario Party with my 2 boys and watching you. It's a good night, Randy. Thank you all for your do. Yeah, thanks. Wow, splitting the time, splitting that with Mario Party. I feel very honored. So just realized I have that same shirt. That's great. Actually, a little warm in here. I'm gonna break out the shirt. Okay. Where am I? All right, moving. Cover says I'm tired of waiting. Yeah, I understand it. Kind of tired of waiting too. London Lad says at Mr. Locknet, why so bearish? I mean that just could be what he reads on the charts. I've heard other people say that as well. It's not necessarily bearish. Really bullish if you're thinking like, hey, I have more money and I want to get in more. I'll try. Carl R says, what's the best way to start in Earth 2 right now? Can you get a decent stake for 1,000? Tier 2 land? Yeah, absolutely. Go into Antarctica. It's like 12 cents a tile. I bought another 749 tiles there yesterday. I really enjoy it. But again, that is tier 2 land though. So be advised. But yeah, you can get a lot. You can get a lot of land with that. So I guess is he doing Lucy now? No, not right now. Or it says waiting for a price to go up, waiting for MTL, waiting for Immutable X, waiting. I get it. But good things come to those who wait. Fortune favors the bold, and you just got to outweight other people. Money goes from the impatient to the patient. So that is, yeah. I do have a. All right, moving on here. The number says just bought C3PO. Love Star Wars. This one's a life keeper. Hey yo, C3PO is really good. Yeah. I like C3PO. I like R2 a little better, but again, C3PO is cool too. I like Star Wars. Also, I need to follow you on Vivi. What's your username? It's ChaviCat5. Let me show you real quick. I'm just waiting for this to do its thing. But it's ChaviCat5, so I'll give you a. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why this is not showing up here. Yep, okay, so I got that. If I go to my wallet, okay, well, that's fine. All right, profile. I don't know why, it's ChavyCat5, ChavyCat5. Back of Pokémon, 100%. Laugh my Lucy ass off. Oh my god. LMLAO is laughing my Lucy A off. Ha 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 ha. All right, so I'm gonna get back to comments here. So we got. Oh, actually, first we got my 30-minute Patreon member shout out. That's good. I'm in the business of misery. Let's take it from the top. She's got a body like an hourglass, is ticking like a clock. It's a matter of time before we all run out. Oh God, something caught her by the mouth. I waited 8 long months. She finally set me free. Oh geez. Oh God. It was the only one for me. I really messed that song up. I guess I am more tired than I thought. And I even took a nap before too. Be advised, I didn't get to sleep till like 6 in the morning. So I only had a little bit of a, what do you call it? A sleep before I had to drive and then stream here again on Earth 2 with Arya Realty and Tech Ops. That was really fun. And then I took another nap just now, and then I woke up. I was like, oh, all right, time to stream it and let everybody know that I got 116. Squid Cat says 3PO and R2 will see their day. I think so as well. Dave Rose Mom says just ate an entire can of refried beans. Rip toilet. I will eat that for breakfast tomorrow. Refried beans. Oh, yep. I'm gonna eat that for breakfast tomorrow. Good. So great minds think alike, my brother. Okay. Jose Valdez says, "Can you borrow against Bitcoin already?" You can borrow. You can. I don't know. Well, I don't have Bitcoin. I only had OMI. I was not selling for that, so that's why I didn't do it. But yeah, some people can do that. I don't know if that would sit on your account as a debt though. I'm not 100% sure about that. But if it is, then great. Then that's all people have to do. Claudio says, when you were talking about that rare candy cheat, I was getting happy nostalgia vibes. Oh, dude, yeah. We got really deep last night, from like technically this morning. It was like 11:30 at night to 2:30 in the morning. Again, I couldn't sleep, so I was just like, I'll do a stream. It was like 3 hours, it was ridiculous. Probably shouldn't have done that, but it was a lot of fun. So I remember most of that. We were talking about Pokemon, talking about Dragon Ball Z, talking about a lot of anime like Sailor Moon, and then we're also talking about Luke Chu, where Luke Chu had a Brendan Z. Like, we were talking about artists and how, like, which artists you think are going to blow up, which artists you think are worth it to get. And it's like I don't know. I honestly do not know. And then I went and I said, you know what? I had a uncommon ghost bear. I know Brendan Z had a bunch of common ghost bears, and I was like, I don't know if he's going to be one to blow up. He might not. Others might go for him, but I do believe that at some point there's going to be one or more artists that are either on the app right now or not on the app yet. They've yet to come on, that they're just going to strike a chord with somebody and they're just going to absolutely blow up to the heckin' moon. And I was like, you know what? The only reason I picked Lucio is because I know him. He's a nice guy. He follows me on the Twitter. And so I was like, all right, so I got a common version of that. And then Creep, Krepo, It sounds weird. I'm not talking about the creep, but he had said that, hey, I'll send you a rare. And I was like, that sounds like a lot. I don't know if I want you to do that. So I bought the ultra rare. I was like, come on, it's a low mint. I was like, okay. And then he sent me that. I was like, wow, this community is great. And then I mentioned, I tagged Lucio. I was like, hey, we're buying your stuff here. He's like, he just gives a smile. He's a cool guy. Yeah, last night was really fun. This morning was great. Raf Rodriguez says, I'm anticipating massive OMI burn. I am too. I cannot wait for the I cannot wait for next year to see what's going to happen. Like, because again, one of two things will happen. Either right now where we're running like 1% of the reserve wallet each month, and with 1.1 million people and 3 drops a week, give or take. Well, what happens next year if we suddenly have 10 times as many users? We have 11 million people, and we also have 8 drops per week instead of 3. And are we going to suddenly have 10% of the OMI reserve wallet burned every month? No. Well, maybe, and the price just doesn't change, or the price of OMI rises. What do you think is going to happen? So yeah. Carl R says, Randy, are you jabbed? I am not. Justin says you said the V word. David Rose's mom says, at the real Randy Chavez. Janik was one of the original founders and is no longer with the team. Oh, okay, okay. And is one of the three founders' wallets and is the only one that has sold so far. I think him and Ben, those two are probably the ones dumping. Yeah. Linex says, Randy, only party in Amsterdam, the capital of your friend Lucy, the other awesome stuff. Or other else. Yeah, Amsterdam could be pretty fun. I'd have to bring the girlfriend though. Yeah, but yeah, that could be fun. David Rose Mouse at Real Randy Chavez. Once word got out that he was selling, he privated all of his social media accounts. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, I definitely, yeah. I don't like people that try to manipulate others, so definitely not. Definitely not a fan of those guys. David Z says, where do you feel is the best place to hold OMI? Depends on how much you have. I think a bunch of different trust wallets. I think you would have something along the lines of, if you have 100 million, I think you should have one trust wallet for every 20 million. Or, if you only have 20 million, get two or three. Just God forbid, somehow, someone gets one of those seed phrases somehow and, happens to log in, they don't get all of them. Now you don't have to be as paranoid as me, but but you might be able to go and just make yourself a little safer. You can't be too careful. Yeah. Hang on one sec. I just gotta. I don't know. Hopefully it blows over. All right, moving on here. Timothy Lemateri says, imagine the burns this month if we get a bunch of drops like November with the price of OMI at 0.004. That's a good point. We're gonna burn a lot. We're gonna burn a lot more OMI this month if we get something like that. I hope we get some Christmas special deals. Like again, David Yu had posted about the Grinch twice, I think. And so I'm thinking of Dr. Seuss, Grinch Stole Christmas, probably going to be some type of Grinch type of thing. And that could bring on Dr. Seuss, because we already know that Labyrinth and Jim Henson and all that's probably going to be early next year, at least starting with Labyrinth. But I don't think we're going to have another big brand that's going to be delayed. Like LOL MGA, big brand that was announced, haven't seen anything from it. Labyrinth, big brand that was announced, hasn't seen anything of it. Little Prince, big brand that was announced. Jurassic Park, same thing. I think if we're going to do something, it's going to be something like Disney, where it's like, hey, guess what? Like, who knows what Saturday's drop is? Now, this Disney thing could all just be like a DC thing, like Artist Alley, and Artist Alley. Like again, we had the first appearance of Wonder Woman, which is great. So yesterday, what I did do is, I did decide to go and, I bought 5 Wonder Woman. I had one that was bought at like 125-ish, at the start. And then as the prices settled and they started moving up, I just started thinking, basically Wonder Woman, Superman. Okay, well, it's probably going to get, I think it can get to, at some point, and not now, short term, I have no idea, but I think it can get to like $700-800. So I bought 4 more at about 180, 190. And then what I did was today, when they were at like 240, 250, whatever, 270, I sold one of them to get a couple of Hitmonkey comics. I already had a common, so I got a uncommon and I got a rare. Also, the common Hitmonkey comics are the same price as the uncommon, or at least they were. Like the common was actually worth more, like 68 versus 66 with the common. It was really ridiculous. So that's why I was like, this doesn't make sense. So let me actually go and show you guys. Go into comics, Hitmonkey. All right. So the commons they're $78, and the uncommon are $80. I actually bought the uncommon at 60 something before, so now they're at 80. And then the rare, which I got as well, that's a 130. I think I got that at 138. That's at 132. Let me go and show y'all real quick something. I'll show you a little something. And the reason how I did that was that I sold. I got common, uncommon, and rare. How I paid for that is I sold one of my Wonder Woman, and I bought the uncommon and the rare things with that. So going back to, well, how much is the that ultra rare is going to be 421. Big 421. But out of that 421, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. You have to actually get rid of 7, and then we're suddenly at 505. But again, that's still a lot. But the secret rare hit monkey, it's at 5,400. That's a lot. That's a lot. I think there is a secret rare hit monkey group. I cannot be in any more groups. I already don't answer as many messages as I should. So if anyone wants me to join a group, I just can't right now. Also, like I said, I think information should be free, so I'm gonna not try to go in and be like, oh, hey, let's strategize, folk. No, I don't want to do that. But Wonder Woman, 649 of her available. Ooh, she's up to 279. Hey-oh. So that was a really good trade. That if I were to sell now, that would be considered a really good trade. Moving on. London Lads says, I think James Kelly was talking about Joseph Janik, the former head of hardware and founding member of Akomi. Yeah, he was, and I did just read that. Then says Immutable X will happen after New Year's. I was hoping it would happen before, but who knows? Lord of the Realm says, did you ever play Pokemon Coliseum? That was my favorite Pokemon game when I was a kid. Yes, but not for the reason that most others did. I was hard pressed. I was trying to find a way to be able to trade Pokemon from generations 1 and 2 to the other games, whether it's Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or whether it's Fire Red, Leaf Green, whatever. And I had heard through the grapevine that, hey, I think you can do it with Pokemon. No, it wasn't Pokemon Coliseum. That was Pokemon Channel. I apologize. That you can go in and you can trade your Pokemon there and then bring them over here. I just never found a way. Like, maybe there is a way now, but too late. Those games are long gone. There was when I was like 19, when I was like, hey, you know what? These Pokemon games, the internal battery is going to die. If I could have $1 million or somehow find a way to keep these Pokemon alive, I would keep these Pokemon alive. And I was like 19. That's how and I was not living well. That was like my second apartment that I had. Like, it was not a good place. It was not a, didn't have any comforts. So yeah. Moving on. Love most Pokemon games though. Mr. Lochner says Pokemon is in a bear market right now. Vivi will have its bear market soon. I think a lot of the collectibles are already in a bear market. Or I don't want to say bear market. They're in a dip. They're in again, peaks and valleys. I don't want to say bear market because I feel like when people hear that, they think like, oh, it's going to be a bear market for a long time. It can change in an instant. And there are a lot of catalysts that I think will make it change in an instant. But to be very good. But yeah, Pokemon has definitely been in a bear market for a while. Well, it depends on which ones though. Like, if you go like the cards that I'm trying to sell, yeah, big bear market. Big dip. But if you go like, some gold stars, like Gold Star Torchic just sold for $50,000. It's a record price. So it really depends on the card, depends on the collectors. You have jungle boxes that are going down. You have Neo Genesis boxes that are staying the same. First edition boxes are always going to go up. So it really depends. Uncle Mike's Cryptonomics says, Randy, do you think OMI will hit 5 cents by January 1st? The old farmer. God bless. God bless you. I would say no, because I don't think we're going to get exchanges until early January. If we get exchanges by, in like 2 to 3 weeks, maybe. But for that, no, I don't think we get exchanges until January, and that's why I don't think we get 5 cents by that point. But again, if we get exchanges soon, let's say like end of December, yeah, no, I don't. It'd be very hard. I'll answer that when we get exchanges. OMI Power says Joseph Manick is the former chief technology officer, part of the founding team of Comey. He's no longer associated with the product, but holds a lot of OMI and has been selling. Yeah, Janik, I know what you meant. Chief information. Yeah. So again, if most likely nefarious things from him. Squidcat says, drone code designer was Nathaniel, recently left E2. E2 will probably leap way forward with the programming for biomes, etc. Drone already completed all that and instant gameplay. I agree. 100,000%, Squidcat. 100,000%. And again, Earth 2 already has a lot more people than Decentraland. You know, once instant gameplay comes out, once we have like gameplay, and once we have like that crypto, that's going to be. I can't wait. Some people are going to be really, really rich. Will I be one of them? I don't know. We'll see. Only Player 1 says 116 million. OMI. Heck yeah. Apis Bin sent in says, hey Randy, can you show the DBZ shirt you're wearing now? Thank you. No problem. Okay, there you go. Grandma Smile says, buy the dip. OMI on the way back down to 0.026 cents. 0.0026 cents. I don't know. I would try to get as much as I could. I would. God, that'd be a gift. That'd be a gift. David Z says 50+ million. Get that bread. Scott Horn's got 100 million. Get that bread. Okay. Just says 50 million to be a whale. These are the things to be a whale. All right. Maybe. I don't know. James Kelly says the problem is how much OMI Janik has in his wallet. He can't keep dumping forever. Yeah, no, only until it runs out. But again, him and Ben would have enough money just to be able to go, and once the price dips, they can go scooping back up. That's why I don't want people to sell, because they sell, well, bad people get it cheaper. I'd rather just buy, but that's just me. So Pacific says 75+ million to be a whale, in my opinion. Okay, all right, respect. That's a high number. Krupe, oh hey, Krupe, I was just talking about you. Says, I would say a whale is 100 million OMI. Oh, thank you. Timothy Lamateri says 118 million to be an OMI whale. You better buy more, Randy. Slacking. So I try to reach it. I don't think I could. 118 is too much. I would be considered extraordinarily like the luckiest, most fortunate person if I could get 116.5 by the end of the year. But I don't even think that's possible right now. I just don't have, like, again, I could try to, and I'll let you guys know how I'm doing it once it's all over. But yeah, that'd be really hard. What says 50 million OMI and above? Let's put some respect on the whale status. There was 100 million OMI puts you in the top 200 wallets. 15.7 million OMI puts you in the top 1,000. I'm really curious to see how that changes. I guess technically none of my wallets are in the top 200, because they're all between like, you know, they're all between like 15 and 20 million OMI. One of them might be over that now. So I would say that if you have, let's say, you know, if I fusion Ha all my OMI and it goes to 116, I wonder what would be I would be very happy if I was no longer in those top 200, because that means a bunch of other people are buying and they're hodling and they're holding and they're staking. I don't know when we're going to have staking 2.0 come out, the OMI utility program, that type of thing. I'm really curious to see when that happens. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Brock McBlockchain tweeted. So it was Jeremy Pador that tweeted, if you could relive the same day for 100 years, would you do it? Brock McBlockchain's like, no. I thought it was something other than that. All right, moving on. Bill Scott says, what's OMI at right now? 0.0048, I think. I just had it up before. I'll check it again for you real quick. And I can, all right, so buddy mine's double checking something. Doing that. Yeah, 0.00481. 499. Lucas says, smash that like button. Thanks, guys. Oh, actually, that's a good point. That is a good idea. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take my YouTube channel and I'm gonna view my own YouTube video, and I'm gonna put down the volume so it doesn't distract, and I'm going to smash that like button. Thanks, guys. JMet08 says, I just got an Earth 2 because of you. Thanks for looking out. No problem. I've been in for almost a year now. I actually got in on my birthday last year. So December 15th. I can't wait. Bill Scott says, what's Drone? It's a video game that was already made for like computer. It's really cool. Apparently it's really hard to build the drones. I've seen other people play it. I haven't played it by myself. But it is something that I am really looking forward to being able to try to play in Earth. I need a computer, though. I don't have a computer. I have an Oculus Quest. Maybe that'll help. Andrew Woder says, Earth 2 make us rich one day? It's already made a lot of people rich. And yes, it is very, very good. I believe that is something we will be able to... If you're rich in Earth 2, it has been said that you'll probably not be poor in Earth 1. So, yeah. James Kelly says, does he hold 6,708,952? Oh wait, 67 billion? That seems like way too much in my opinion. But who knows? 6,708,952,000. Oh, 6 billion. Yeah. That seems possible. Yeah. James says, at Andrew Waters, no lie detected. Wendy Stibalis, how you doing, girl? Mr. Mawile says, just bought a 2,000 tile island on the Maldives. All the island, no other user enclaves. I checked all the hundreds of islands, all of them taken. I'm amazed one was still unclaimed. You're invited. Thank you so much. Dude, give me send me a link to that on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. I'll buy a tile. Squidcat says, go YouTube Drone the Game. The trailer is really good. Coming to E2 eventually. I say soon, but yeah. So I guess that's all you have to do is just do E2 or YouTube the Drone Game. Very exciting for that. Philip B says, hi, Wendy. Wendy says, hi, Felipe B. Cloudjack says, we think OMI will be at 60 billion market cap in 6 months. Oh god, my hiccups. Let's take a look. Take a look at what we got. If we go to... Take a look at CoinGecko. And CoinGecko will show us the way. You know the way. Okay. And we got market cap at 1.152 billion. Okay, so 1.52, give or take. And so you said $60 billion market cap, right? Okay, so let's times it by 52. So if we times it by 52, we got like a 59.9 billion, which is pretty close. So times by 52. So 52 divided by 0.0048. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. 0.0048 divided by 52. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Multiply that by 52. You're looking at about 24, almost 25 cents. Yeah, I think it could be that, maybe even a little higher. By the time the bear market comes, I think we can reach that. Yes. I also think that it is not outside the realm of possibility to be able to reach that price of 25 cents and not have a $60 billion market cap because of all the OMI that would be burned from the circulating supply. So yes, I do think that is correct as well. Gooseneck says, I'm buying more OMI. Are you? I just did before. So Pacific says, probably 30 billion market cap, more reasonable by June. That would really only make it, so it's 26, so 42 to 26. So, hang on a second. Really only make it like 12 cents, which again, I'd be fine with, looking at, but still, I think we reach a lot higher than that. I think we reach 12 cents by April or May. Because again, if we get 8 to 10 cents by March, yeah, I would say April or May. Especially, yeah, if we get that and there's no bear market yet, yeah, I think we can get up to 12 to 15 maybe by May. That's probably really, yeah, that's my thing. Michelin Milo says, didn't Dan mention that we could be listed on new exchanges once phase 2 is completed? That could be very soon. Yes, absolutely. Now, once phase 2 is completed, like let's say it's done with and we can get listed on exchanges, that is they're not going to list it that day. It would probably take 7 to 10 days for them to set it up, to list it. Like, okay, here's the ad campaign. Hey, guess what? We're going to buy this. I think that would be, oh God, just again, exchanges have to be liquid for a lot of it, so they're going to have to be the ones that buy. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of exchanges. Wendy says, yep, this is a good price to buy OMI, not financial advice. Oh, you heard it here first from Wendy. Wes says, Crypto Rain thinks we can hit $1 OMI next year. Yeah, so he had a video the other day. Now, Crypto Rain doesn't just look at OMI. He looks at the market at large. Now, Crypto Rain is older. He's more experienced. He's been in the crypto market for longer than I have, and he's more successful than I am. So take that into consideration. Again, he's older, more experienced, and more successful than I am. And he is saying, let me try to find the video. It was like a 5-minute video. So why the heck is an OMI over 1 cent already? Made a couple days ago. 5 minutes, 25 seconds, 2,100 views. And basically says, like, guys, we're not on exchanges. And he does continue to say that he does not think that we should be $1 next year. Like, no, like, technically that's that we should not be. He says, but because people are crazy, probably will be, just because people chase those green candles. A meme might pop up because of Omicron. OMI. Oh, what is it going to So yeah, I really think that if he says we should not, but we could hit $1, at max before we go tumbling down to more reasonable prices, I think that conservatively we should be able to hit 30 cents before the bear market. So yeah, and he said that on Taps Trade's channel. He said that on his own channel twice now, minimum. God, if we do that, could you imagine if we did that? I would be. Could you imagine what's going to happen to those collectibles? Could you imagine the prices of those collectibles where you have somebody that has, even just, let's say my friend Justin, not Justin that's in here right now, another Justin, or I don't even know if he's been in this chat yet. Buddy of mine, Justin, has about 800,000 OMI. I almost guarantee he's never had more than like $15,000 to his name, if that. If suddenly it goes to $1 next year and he has almost $1 million, I guarantee you he represents a bunch of people that's going to be like buying everything that they don't want, that they don't need, like the frivolous spend, and a lot of that's going to go into collectibles. Now, the good thing I think about that is that, well, the collectibles you can actually resell at some point. I do worry that some people are going to buy things that you just can't resell. A lot of people are going to make a lot of money next year when OMI moons. Even if it doesn't reach $1, even if it reaches, whatever. God, that's going to be ridiculous. Those prices are going to go through the moon, through the freaking moon. David Rose's mom says, we've had multiple big corrections that nobody expected. Those that think the market cycle is going to repeat identically to the past are foolish. I agree. History does not repeat. It does rhyme, though. So we'll see. OMI Player 1 says, patience pays. Agreed. Luke Taylor says, Randy, I'm fearful. You gotta be greedy when others are fearful. So, yeah. Doesn't says, Crypto Rain video was a good one. I know, right? Joanne Gerrity says, I bought today. There you go, Joanne. Get that bread. Cunny1012 says, when new fridge? So yesterday, a bunch of people were saying that they would pay like hundreds of dollars for an NFT of my fridge. And then people were like, you need an NFT of that wallpaper behind you. I was at my girlfriend's place and she moved into an apartment. I don't know whose apartment it was before then, but it was like grandma wallpaper. People, you guys are great. I love you guys. You guys are insane. New fridge. I might get a new fridge when I move to Florida, but y'all want me to keep this? I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll get like a cardboard cutout of that. Not yet. Linux says, I thought Cavell was neutral on Foster after that live, but it seems like Cavell is hitting hard. on Foster on Twitter. I don't know. I mean, we were in a group chat previously. I think we're still in it. I think it'll blow over there. I think that at the end of the day, they'll be able to go and say like, hey, you know what? How quickly we all will forget, the issues of the, issues will wash away once we're all 100,000 millionaires. Once we're all making money, I hope it doesn't matter at that point. What you're gonna do? We got an hour Patreon member shout out. A place where you can dream, a childlike love, a fantasy, a place where dreams come true. You'll see fantasy, magic can happen to you. Yeah. I forget the rest of the song, but it was a Dragon Ball Z song. Actually, it was a Dragon Ball song. It was at the end credits of the Dragon Ball series. That one. Oh, no. Dean Dynamo says, Randy, when's the first OMI party? I think Dan Lee is supposed to have one at 5 cents. And then I'm supposed to have a Long Island one at 10 cents. I'm supposed to have a Orlando party at 30 cents. I don't know. The Vegas thing, I think we're just going to do it on February next year anyway. Europe, I think we wanted to do because Hello K and W Champ are in the UK. But I do like Germany. If I'm going to Europe, I'm going to Europe for a while. So yeah. Brendan J says, my friend just upped from 18 million to 26 million OMI thanks to this dip. Wish I had the extra funds. LOL. I'd be going in heavy. I hope you do have something though, and congrats to your friends. Hopefully he'll share the riches when he's multimillionaire. Phil B says, Atlin X, is he? I'll check. Yeah, I just like to stay away from the beef. I like to just go and be like, hey, you know what, guys? Let's just be happy. Let's just go and let's just love each other. And like yesterday, like last night's stream, we were just chilling. We were just vibing. We were just loving each other and just laughing and talking and being nostalgic. I really hope that is what happens in the Vivi-verse, in the Earth 2 Metaverse, in the future, where we just all chill. Like, we're just listening to good music. Maybe some people are playing games. Maybe there's, like, some virtual pets going on in the background. Some people are playing Rock Band over there, and we're all just talking, chilling, sharing drinks. That's what I want. That's what I want for everyone. And it says, yeah, they're having a beef all day. Damn. So Pacific says, at Philip B, yes, please check. Mauricio Arellano says, can I send you a comic to give away? Yeah, sure. I guess we'll do the giveaway on this channel right here. You want to do some giveaways, everybody? Y'all want to do some giveaways? All right, let's get this bread. Mauricio Arellano. Let's see what we got here. Profile. QR code. If you want to send something, Mauricio, to that one right there, and you want to go on and send that a comic, and I'll give it away. I will give it away, as soon as you send it. So we could have a really big giveaway right here. Let me know, message me on Twitter, if you need anything, if you need me to just screenshot it and send it to you, and then we'll go from there. Grandmaster Model says, be sure to buy in San Marino and in Liechtenstein, next smallest countries with land available. That is a good call. Brendan J says, power napping. I did do a power nap. I did. Squidcast says, USA tier 2 at $3. South Korea. Oh, South Korea is at 151. Yo, it's amazing. Why? Because I bought South Korean tiles at 60 cents yesterday. So, made a lot of money already this week. Oh, I'm so jealous. Felipe B says, Atlin X, you are right. He's not smart in this part. A Jedi uses force for defense, never for attack. Yeah, I guess that's how you could also tell that Anakin was going to the dark side. Obi-Wan, very good at defense. Anakin, very good at attacking. Yeah. And Carl R says, did you see the MTL leaks? I don't know what to believe and what to not believe, but I don't think that the MTL leak says like, oh, hey, it's all happening like end of this week. I'll believe it when I see it. so yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Keep Calm Stack On says, what's up, Randy? Bro, I see huge things for you coming soon with a Comey. Quick question. And in your opinion, would you buy one more Wonder Woman, because you already have one, or buy the Hawk Girl and finish the set first? It depends. If you're looking at it from an economic standpoint, probably just Wonder Woman. But if you're looking at it as like, hey, you know what, I'm not going to sell these anyway, yeah, get Hawk Girl. Complete the set, get the Master Collector points, and then if you want, sell Hawk Girl for Wonder Woman. Yeah, if you want. Brendan Z says, yo, what up, Brendan Z? Lord of the Realm says, yo, Brandon, buy any more OMI today? Brendan Z wishes. Lord of the Realm says, ha ha ha, same. Still waiting on some stuff so I can buy more. Nice. Felipe B says, I want to reach 4 million OMI by the end of this year. Hopefully I will reach this aim. Just 500,000 more to buy. Oh, dude, so you already got 3.5 million. Good for you, man. Good for you. And we got Dana Nasova saying Vask.tech. What is Vask.tech? Let me know, Dana. Herman Novakovic says, Randy, I heard you invest 400,000. It depends on what. If it's just OMI, maybe a little more than that. But if it's a Comey product as a whole, between OMI and the collectibles, probably 500K, give or take. Yeah. And it wasn't like, yeah, I got a few million, let me dump 500 grand. No, I dumped everything I had. Like, that was all that I had. And that's why I can only buy like 100,000 OMI at a time. So I don't have that much money. I don't have money anymore. It's all in that. I'm all in. I mean, I do have some stuff in Earth 2 that I did not sell, but I sold everything else for it. OMI player wants 120 million OMI would be nice. It would be nice. It would be great. Poke99 says, Randy, you are the American dream. I am definitely somebody that lived it. Like, I guarantee you, I would be somebody that the U.S. government, especially like, a Democratic president like Biden would do. It was like, come to this country, like this person did, and live the American dream, make millions. Like something like that. Because like. Yeah, that is like, it's literally a fairy tale story. Live in a fairy tale. I mean, can't really tell with the 1-bedroom apartment, compared to most. But no, for the most part, it's very good. It's very, very lucky. Zolad Michael says, this is the only community that isn't a meme coin that I can have 8.5 million coins and I'm still lower middle class. Shaking my damn head. Well, 8.5 million, you're lower middle class right now. All you got to do, what do we got to reach for that? 25. So what? 12.5 cents? Do you have $1 million? Probably next year. Squidcast is crypto rich cash poor here. Oh, same. Gooseneck says, Philippi B, great job when you get to 4 million and then 5 million. The next is at Squidcat. That's how it's supposed to be. It's Idris says, what's Earth 2? Probably should Google over asking. So it's a game. We were just explaining that I just had a live stream with Arya Realty and Tech Ops, and these guys are some of the biggest players in the game, like top 10. And I was in the top 200 at some point. I don't think I am anymore. A lot of people are getting in. You buy land. You're going to be able to, at one point, have ad revenue on there. You're going to be able to sell. You can already sell land. You could sell jewels. There's going to be gameplay soon. The crypto is just announced. It's bananas. That crypto. Oh my god. I got very lucky that just luck, just dumb luck that my friend Arya Realty, again, guy I served with, he just goes on and he finds it randomly on an ad on Facebook. We get in before most other people. Fantastic. Guy Smile says, what does rich in Earth 2 mean? I think it means that you have a lot of essence, you have a lot of jewels, you have a lot of tiles, eventually you have a lot of resources, ether and all that. So I think that's what that means. Yeah. Jagma says that interest, definitely research it. A lot of info out there on YouTube too. You do have to be careful on YouTube because there is some people that do spread misinformation. So yeah. CloudCheck says Solana is nearly at 60 billion. Good for them. Solana is a very good project. Dan O says, I respect the hustle and your conviction, Randy. Just a random thought. I come from a more traditional investing background where a 10% annualized return is considered fantastic. It's so interesting how crypto has warped young people's minds into expecting 10x returns within a year. Um, so I did come from that, at least partially, uh, where one of my best friend, Dan, former business partner, he had advised me, like, listen, whatever you do, whatever thing that you buy whatever you want, but make sure you put, let's say you're buying as much Tesla, a couple thousand worth of Tesla, put a couple thousand to the VOO or the SPY, because those, and he would tell me with convictions, like, listen, doesn't matter what happens, average you'll get 9 to 11% each year on that, on those. Anything that tracks that is very good, and that's your hedge. So I understood that. I understand that you're protecting that, but at the time I didn't have that much money. I was like 10% on what I was putting in is not that much. So I I went all in on again. So the returns I was making was more than 20% each year on high risk lending, um, where they're similar to high risk credit cards. High risk credit cards go up to 24.99%. Ours was around there, for the highest risk, but we were lending out to people with 500-600 credit. So we would do that, those types of loans, and then some people would be like, "Hey, like I don't want to like continue paying this off. Can I just pay off early?" Okay, why not? So I was very good at that, and so based on that, like why would I put in the S&P 500 when I'm averaging more than 20% returns on something else? So I looked at stocks that was like, okay, well, what if there was something that would give me higher than this? And I looked at Tesla, I looked at Square, I looked at Illumina, I looked at Lemonade, and I was just like, Fastly as well. I was like, these are a bunch of companies that I was right, just freaking took off. Eventually, I sold everything else, put it all into Tesla. Tesla was the only stock I had for a while. And I just looked, okay, like, well, maybe there's something better than this. And then I looked at Bitcoin. I looked at the time, I was like, okay, well, maybe Tesla, 10x's by the end of, the end of the decade, but Bitcoin will surely 20x. It was about 50 grand at the time. I was like, this is probably most likely going to be $1 million a coin by 2030. So, why would I hold something in this? And I was buying Pokemon cards at the time too, because Pokemon cards for the most part went up a lot faster than that. So I was like, okay, this is, I'll continue to diversify in just Bitcoin and Pokemon cards. But then I was like, all right, Pokemon cards have already shot up like 10x from where I was. And then I decided to go and say, okay, well, I should probably put everything into Bitcoin. And then I found OMI. I had Earth 2 already. I was making a bunch of money in. Then I found OMI. I was like, yeah, I'm talking about 20x in in a decade. This will 20x by next year. So I sold all my Bitcoin. I sold everything else. I don't chase meme coins. I don't chase green candles. I don't put into pump and dumps. I never got into like Schmegmars or Baby Trump. I don't do meme coins. I do stuff that again, I'm very, very confident in my abilities. More so the fact that other people said, oh, hey, what's your thought on other people's stuff? If I'm rooting for other people, I'm rooting for everyone else. Every other YouTuber, any other YouTuber could say whatever they want. They could all come, like, unless the thesis changes with the OMI company, I don't care what any other YouTuber does or says. That's not affecting my investment. The only time where it would is if the thesis of the company changes, OMI, and the YouTubers start covering that, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, that's probably good. But if nothing changes, if the company's still the same way it is, I don't care if everybody else decides to go to, Illuvium or Axes or anywhere else. Like, I still see this as the best rate of return, and I think it's safe. And I recognize that nothing is 100% safe. Bitcoin's probably safer, but no, this is in my opinion, this is a lock. This is a sure thing. This is my so it's not like I just came into this and it was like, oh yeah, I'm never going to invest in anything else because of this. No, I invested in a lot of other things first before this, and it's just I get lucky that I got used to one thing and then another, then another, then another, and I also have the foresight to recognize that this probably won't last forever. At some point, probably going to be regulated, but I enjoy this while I can, and yeah, I'm not doing this to like have like a Maserati or nothing. I'm doing it really just for animal conservation. So, as a long-winded answer to your question, Dano, so waiting a year or two is nothing to me. I get it too. I started buying at 0.007, 0.008 back in like April, and then I started buying all the way down. So I'm pretty patient myself. The only time in which I get a little worried is if, okay, well, what if we don't have a, what if Immutable X is delayed again, and what if we don't get on exchanges until, like February or March? It's like, okay, well, then I have to delay my taxes, and I have to get an extension. I have to, because yeah, I put everything in, and all that money flew through my account. So so I got to pay taxes on that. Lord of the Realms says, "What's your favorite Pokemon game?" Gold is really good because again, blue is like my original. I had blue, then I had red, then I had yellow. But then, with gold, I thought it was just going to be the next step of the game, which it was. They had referenced Kanto. They even have Professor Oak in the game, and that was really cool. It's not just like I get it. It's exciting. It's like it's a whole new world we live in. Like the Johto on the Pokemon, actual anime series. But if let's say you didn't really watch the show, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but going through the game, it's different than the show. And if you go through the game and suddenly, hey, there's no Professor Oak anymore. You have a different mom. You have this different professor. But then, before you get to your first gym, your first task is to go to Cherry Grove City and see Professor Oak. Hey, there's a familiar face. You kind of get the old one connecting you to the new one. It was freaking fantastic. And then you get to breed in there as well, Goldenrod City with the underground, salons and the, they had the gambling, the casinos as well, and they had the breeding. They had the gym there. They had the railway that eventually takes you over to Kanto from Johto. It's fantastic. There are other games that certainly are similar to that, but again, after you beat that game, you go back to Kanto and you beat that game again. It's ridiculous. Pokemon Stadium games are really good too. Pokemon Puzzle League is very, very good. The Pokemon trading card game just for Game Boy is really fun also. And the other ones now, they make it a lot easier so you don't have to like switch train your Pokemon. You all get experience for catching the Pokemon. And now that, when you get poisoned, your health doesn't go down just from walking. So yeah, I like that. Evan Montrelli says 4 million more OMI. Bye Mustang. Arya says, do you think the bear market can affect OMI next year? Yeah, of course. It'll affect everything. Even though I think OMI might have some bear market body armor on, it's definitely not bear proof. Nothing is bear proof. I think though it won't get hit as hard as most other cryptos, and it will also be able to go and out in conjunction with that, it will have a K-shaped recovery and recover a lot harder, a lot higher and a lot faster than the others as well. Was your average price on OMI? I don't know. 0.0035? 0.004? I don't know. I don't know actually. I'm not 100% sure. Squidcat says reset exchanges can go live very quickly after migration. They've done the prep already. I understand that. Like again, if they wanted to, exchanges probably could. Oh, hey, we're done on a Friday. Oh, we'll launch on a Saturday. But they don't want to do that. They want to give time to be able to advertise, and that's on the exchanges. JP says Fujairah is the future. I don't know what that means. I only play once. As mine is high around 0.0065 compared to the OG's 0.001, 0.0036. Definitely averaging down when I get paid. Nice. Roy Allen says, "What are you gonna do with billions of dollars in your account?" I don't know if I'll ever have billions. Maybe a billion at one point, but most likely, just 100 million ish. And it's mostly just animal conservation, buying land in Madagascar and Indonesia. That's where most of the endangered species are, and building shelters, building sanctuaries near the shelters that still kill their animals, that still have our kill shelters. Oh, we have no room because we're gonna kill them. I would just be okay. Look, give me them, and I figure each shelter would probably require about maybe 2 million to start, and would cost maybe 200,000 a year, maybe 300,000 a year to run. So I need enough money to keep them running for a long time. So yeah. Squidcast says, I predicted $1 only by 2023 based on regular crypto people, not OMI homies. I'd really love to see the research. If you like send me that on Twitter or something, Dropbox to me something that'd be great. I'd really like to see that as well. Lobsang Yislin says, please sell Omi and buy Gala. Best decision I made. I recognize that selling stuff in the past to go into other projects, yeah, that has worked, but that's not going to happen again. Like, you're not going to be able to go out of Omi, buy other things, and then come back into Omi after that goes up. Like, maybe you could if it happens in like a week or two, but we do not have that much longer for on exchanges. So Pacific says, so you want us to buy Gala after it's already pumped? Makes sense. Guzek says, Dan O, don't confuse crypto with the New York stock market. Until Robinhood, only the super rich could have invested in cryptos 24/7, and worldwide, all you need is a phone. That's another thing, too. How do you go and buy any Tesla? Well, you couldn't, because Tesla's, their stock was so high. You only have like $1,000. What do you do? Buy one share, and that's it. No, so a lot of things like Robinhood, things like Cash App, they were able to let you go and buy fractional shares as well. So a lot of Robinhood, even though I don't like things like that, where they have the ability to say like, oh yeah, we're freezing trading on Dogecoin, freezing trading on whatever. I do help a lot of younger people make a lot of money that don't have a lot. So by being able to buy fractional shares and all that. So that's really, really cool. Yeah, and all you need is a phone. Yeah, also the stock market's so backwards too. It's slow, and you can only trade Monday through Friday. Stuff happens over the weekend. A lot of stuff happens over the weekend. Only trade Monday through Friday, so I like crypto. We got a Yegs Y with a $9.99 super chat saying, do you think what Foster and Andre are trying to do is good for the OMI community? Just want to know your perspective. Thanks, Randy. Yeah. I think that the way in which they announced it and did that was not good, but they admitted that already. Like, yeah, if they wanted to, if they could go back and redo it, they would either not do it or just do it a completely different way. But having said that, they go and, they're doing this really for new people. Like anyone that's been here for like a couple months is most likely not going to go on Andre Jick's channel or whatever, or go on his thing, just to get advice from him. Even though if it is headed by Foster, Foster is smart, and his intel and information is good. His spreadsheets are good, but I don't think that I don't think that. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on, I'm going to join it, and I'm going to see what they're talking about to see, hey, this information is most likely good for new people, and I just want to confirm my hypothesis. That's going to be good for new people, which Andre Drick he'll bring a lot of new people in, versus like old school people that have been here a while. Probably not worth it. But again, I'll see. Because again, this community can be very daunting when you first get in and you see so many people with so many videos. Who do you know is right? Who do you like? You don't know. So being able to go there, I think they do have good intentions. I think long term it'll be seen as a very good move, for the community at large. Even if short term there's some people that are cheesed off about it. So that's my opinion. Where are we at here? Oh God, where are we at here? Oh God, where was I? Okay, so we got hey V. Have you met XA? It's like best place to buy OMI right now. I used Uniswap when I bought it. Oh, that must have been months ago. Bit4x right now. Dave Rose Mom says, damn Lee party when Toyota Corolla moves. Philby says, yes, Randy. Love is the key. Tylo says, I've literally made my biggest OMI investment the day before the dip. Whatever, I believe it won't change the outcome much anyway. It happens like that. Double C says, yes. Cloudjack says, bread please. Eric Soto says, let's go. Only Player 1 says, at Tylo, I'm famous for doing that. I'm looking to average down on the dip of the dippity dip when I get paid more on the dip. Brandon J says, I've considered giving all 3 of my children a ledger loaded up with some OMI as stocking stuffers from Santa. I hope they're able to appreciate that. and know what that is, and that can be. I would be very happy with that. I would be very happy if I got that. Rick says, do you think OMI will make an announcement this month? If so, what do you think it'll be? Announcement this month? If so, what do you think it'll be? I think a OMI this month's announcement most likely is probably going to be a Dr. Seuss or Grinch related. They'll probably announce certain things with MTL and maybe updates on Immutable. Because again, they didn't have a AMA last week. They usually have it every 2 weeks, but they didn't have it last week. So what's gonna happen? They'll probably have one this. I hope they don't skip another week and they have it this week. But I think it'll be all three of those things, to be honest. Herman Novakovic says, thanks, Randy, for your kindness. But can you maybe make a video where did you gather all the money and where the comes a high conviction for OMI? Actually, I have, Herman. Let me go and there's a bunch. Oh man. Actually, let me see. The power. Oh yeah. So it's called The Power of the OMI Team. I made it about 3 months ago, and it's pretty much that. You see that on there. That's a really good. That's one of my favorite videos, and then also risking ridicule. I don't know if that's going to show up. Oh yeah, risking retirement and ridicule on Akomi's OMI token. Why I'm all in. That's another one that I had done that I was really proud of as well. Yeah. So those are some videos that I've already made about it. Felipe B says, when Randy is the American dream, then Wendy is the Mexican dream for sure. We fusion we come the Mexican American. Although I'm Peruvian, so but yeah, we are definitely we're very lucky. Both of us. I think all of us on here are probably very lucky. I'm Scott Jones says Earth 2 sounds like a big scam. Oh dude, no. Dude, so there was a time where a bunch of these, I guess we'll call them scam tubers, were saying that they were using old data where they're saying you can't cash out, which a lot of people are saying now for Akomi, they can't cash out because of MTL. Earth 2 had those same issues. But you could. They're using the old data where you had to really you had to jump through hoops to cash out. And then like months later they fixed that. And now it takes 12 hours to get your money, give or take, generally. Which is faster than stocks. You have to wait for them to settle, and you have to wire it, which is even quicker. But if you don't wire ACH it can take like 2 weeks to get your stuff. So, but it's not like there are so many people that have gone on and just shown the ability to cash out, shown the ability to be like, hey, this is how you do it. Again, I've done it myself. Arya Realty's done it. The guys that I had on, actually, Tech Ops, who was on the stream, he never actually did cash out. But it's just because I still put money into that every single week. Put a lot of money into it the other day too. Felipe B says, at Gooseneck, that is the plan. Gory Omi says, I'm a OMI Vivi crypto noob. Got introduced a month ago. Was going to grab 500,000 OMI. I'm at 2.8 million now. Oh, big Randy, Wendy, Taps fan already. Heyo. Dude, thank you. You know, Taps is actually half Mexican also, or quarter Mexican, half Mexican. Doesn't seem like it, but he is. He's like the tallest Mexican I've ever seen. But yeah, he mentioned that to me on we were at Designer Con. I was like, whoa, I didn't know that. But yeah, I like us. We're great. Carl R says, if OMI goes to $1, run for president, complete the American dream. I actually can't. Because the Constitution states that you can only become president if you are born in America or born on one of its territories. Like, let's say, you know, your parents are stationed at Ramstein Air Base in Germany. Well, if you're born on an embassy or on that military installation in Ramstein, then you are able to be president. But I was born in Peru, not on any American installation or anything. So even though I did become a citizen years later, I am not I'm not eligible to run for president, unfortunately. I mean, I could do like congressman or governor or whatever, but unfortunately, yeah, I can't. I actually do think that would be a little, that at some point, especially now that they would change that law, just because I guarantee you the left would be like, it's racist, you can't do that. So, um, so I do think that probably will change at some point. But I also, you can't run for president until you're 35 anyway. So, yeah. Moving on. Ginferno? Hi. Only Player 1 says, I'm Scott Jones. I would be skeptical about Earth 2, but I've seen Randy talk about it over a year now. If I had money, I'd invest in it without fear of it being a scam, in my opinion. Yeah. So I don't. Do scams run that long? Like, is that a thing that happens? Gooseneck says, the problem with stocks is they have an unlimited supply, then create millions of shares overnight. No, thank you. I am out. Yeah, I think it's Apple that does that. That how they don't pay taxes each year is that, well, if they issue stock, that's considered like a write-off, so they pay their bonuses in stocks. Like, yeah, like I said, no thank you. No thank you. All right. We got another Patreon member shout out. The singing Radiohead at the top of our lungs with the boombox blaring as we're falling in love. Got a bottle of whatever, but it's getting us drunk. Singing here's to never growing up. Call up all our friends. Go hard this weekend for no damn reason. I don't think we'll ever change. They say just grow up, but they don't know us. We don't give a fudge. Okay, moving on. Jagma says, do your own research. Very good. That is good. That is good. Good advice. Carl R says, if I want to buy a bunch of Pokemon packs to relive my childhood, perhaps get something worthwhile, what kind should I get? Celebrations. The Celebrations packs right now are they're newer, so like they're not like the old packs where they cost you thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars depending on what you get. But they have the artwork of the old Pokemon cards, and it has a little Pikachu on the side, the cheeks, and it says 25 on the cheeks. So you get the old artwork, you get that 20, you get the nostalgia, you get it's really, really good. That's something that, just eBay Pokemon Celebrations packs, Pokemon Celebrations boxes, whatever. Really, really good. I'm Scott Jones says, at OMI Player 1, Earth 2 is not safe. I'm not going to touch it. Too sus. Obviously, don't invest in anything that you feel is sus, that you don't... Again, if it's going to cost more mental anguish and energy, being like worried all the time, definitely don't do it. But it's just something that I've enjoyed for about a year now. The community's great. Again, my last podcast that I just had with Arya, Realty, and Tech Ops, we talked about it for like an hour and a half. It's really good. It's really fun. And there's an E2 summit next year. I think in July or August. Let me check. December, January, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, E2 summit on 16 July, 2022. So we'll probably get there on the 15th. Chill on the 16th. So it's that weekend. It's actually a week before San Diego Comic-Con, so I might even stay there. It's something that I'm really fond of, and I think can really be one of the futures in Metaverse gaming. But again, just my opinion. Moving on right here. Trending hashtag video says, I'm Scott Jones. If you think it's a scam, definitely don't buy it. And so I'm Scott Jones is just laughing. Lynn X says, been invested in Earth 2 over a year, had 4 withdrawals already. They have contracts with a bunch of companies. Literally impossible to be a scam. That's true. Matt Box would not have partnered with them. Brandon J says, not dumb luck, brother. It's karma, my man. Planning to use a potential fortune coming your way to put people on the come up and helping animals and striving to put peace and love into the earth is coming back to you. So here's, and this was not, well, maybe this was not my last trip with Lucy, but maybe this was, the longer I live and the more the more trips I have with Lucy, is that the more convinced I get that we are in a simulation, and we are just a bunch of numbers of ones and zeros. But even if we're not, even if I think that going to do good in the world even if I fail, even if I go and I buy this land for conservation, and even if I set up these shelters, and let's say it only helps a little bit. Let's say I only let's say I don't save any of these species, but I'm pretty sure I can. Even if I fail, like that will at least move the ball forward, and someone else can pick up the torch and they can move on and say, oh hey, well look at what he did, and see what worked and what didn't work, and then I can be like an advisor on the next person, like, okay, here's what I did, here's the things that. So I think that even, and it doesn't have to be that, you don't have to be crazy rich. Like you could start a YouTube channel and just some people just really like you, and if you provide entertainment to some people, even if it's a little bit of good, I think that is overall positive. So that's yeah, always try to, and I'm good at it. Linux says other. Yep. I'm OMI Player One says, I'm Scott Jones. I feel ya. We all have different levels of risk we're willing to take. I just don't have enough to get into Earth 2 right now. Respect your decision. So Pacific, that message was retracted for some reason. I don't know why. Hetman says, I'm Scott Jones. Bitcoin was never safe. Ethereum was never safe. You have to pick your battles. I believe Earth 2 will long term be successful. I think so as well. Christian Velasco says, Randy, my man, why don't you sell E2 tiles to buy more OMI? Just asking. I did sell a couple of them to buy more. It wasn't that much. It was maybe like $1 million, give or take. But I also feel like, again, the more money I have in Earth 2, again, that crypto hasn't come out yet. OMI's already over 100x. But that hasn't, oh God, that could be insane. That could be redonkulous. That could be really good. So I definitely don't want to do that. Take any more. And also I have a megacity in Chavez Topia in Antarctica, link down below, and I don't want to alienate the people that said, hey, come to my megacity, and then just sell it. That seems very wrong. So I won't do that. Squidcat says, everyone I know in E2 has made real money, including myself. Butters don't know a year's worth of info and experience that we have. Sorry. Well, I don't think I'm Scott Jones was. But I think he just says that he just the way it looks, he just doesn't like it, which is fine. But there are a bunch of YouTube scammer people that say that it is, and they just didn't do the research. Billy Baby says, I really would like to see a video with Wendy, Randy, and Taps where everybody's talking about not just about OMI, more about other crypto they're investing. So I do bring up, obviously, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Binance Coin, CRO. Is there anything else that I'm missing there? Maybe like SHIB in the future if that keeps doing what it's doing. But I don't have any other crypto. I guess Essence, in the future when Earth 2 comes out with it. But that's it. I don't have any others, so I don't know if I'd really be able to contribute too much to that. Dano says, just to clarify, I put a third of my net worth into OMI because it was the first crypto project I saw with an actual solid business plan behind it. Same. Dano says, I'll never stop traditional investing, but I know that fortune favors the bold and those who are willing to take the outside risks on well-researched and solid bets. Yeah. Yeah. It's, I've just been told a lot before. It was like, hey, you're going to lose all your money. When I went into high-risk lending, people were like, what do you know about finance? Turns out I was very good at it. Like, I didn't know anything about it. I was just going to talk on the phone, but it turns out I was very good at that. I knew I was always good with numbers, but... and then people were saying, like, oh, you're buying Pokémon cards? They're children's cardboard. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're wasting your money. And then I said, well, no, I think one, I like them, and two, I think they're very undervalued. And it's like, children's cardboard. Going to waste all your money. I said the same thing with Tesla. Elon Musk he's bipolar or he's crazy. They're not making money. They've been around for 10 years. They're not profitable. They've just been trading sideways. The cars catch on fire. I knew. So went all in there. And same thing with Earth 2. Same thing with OMI. People keep telling me not to do it. I feel like Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan. How many movies that have to happen before their captain thinks, oh, they're probably right. How many times? I don't know. Um, Yugs Y with that 9.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Saying, I think what Foster and Andre are trying to do is good for the community. I just want to know your perspective. Thanks, Randy. Yeah, so they had admitted that the announcement that they had made, they could have made the announcement a lot better. They dropped the ball on that, but I do think that it will be overall good for the community, overall positive in the future. David Rose Miles at Dano. Mm-hmm. Twitcast, the OMI white paper and leadership are outstanding. I'm all in, my man. So Pacific says, I had a coworker say the best investment is gold because it maintains its value. So you do you, man. Everybody's entitled there. Yeah, so I mean, gold's cool to look at. Is it going to be like, would I rather have $10 million of Bitcoin or $10 million of gold? I'd rather have $10 million of Bitcoin. I'd rather have $9.5 million of Bitcoin than $10 million of gold. How do you move all that gold? So much. Not doing it. Squidcat says, Foster doesn't and can't give advice in collecting. He's a top-notch number cruncher, though. Well, we could learn from Foster by example, where you don't sell the secret rare Spider-Man for 1,600, but yeah, his number crunching is very, very good. He's very good at that. Arkham says, what is a good amount to hold long term? 1 million, 2 million, 4 million? It really depends on your plans and on your needs. I think, should you continue to hold everything so that you hold everything and that you sacrifice your health and all that? No, it's probably not a good thing. You should probably sacrifice a little. You should probably sell some OMI to be able to live comfortably. But that depends on each person. I'm going to hold for until it doesn't make sense anymore. And I'll let you guys know. So keep y'all posted. Timothy Lementary says, we'll sell my wife and dog for more OMI if we hit 0.0009. I mean, don't sell your dog, but I should. Well, the dog won't understand. The wife might be super pissed and never talk to you again, but at least she'll kind of understand. The dog won't. So don't sell your dog. Omar Johnson says they're going to announce Coca-Cola and Christmas polar bear. Dude, that'd be insane. That'd be great if they did that. I want to see what else I have here. On the they've been low on the Twitter. There hasn't been a lot of Twitter feed the last day and a half, 2 days. So Pacific says your wife isn't property that can be sold. Unfortunately, that's another good point. It's a very good point. But yeah, then it was Coca-Cola, Christmas polar bear. Oh, they had that, and then the Grinch. I think also, they had Coca-Cola. Anyone remember Mean Joe? So Mean Joe was this football player back in the day who was just like, like really, really like just angry, like just big, like intimidating guy. And then this kid tries to go and say hi to Mean Joe, and he's like, heck off, kid. And then he goes and he puts like $1 into like the Coke machine or whatever. He gets a Coke, it's like, and then he goes, hey kid, and he throws him his jersey, and the kid's like, thanks, Mean Joe. I wonder if we could get Mean Joe as an NFT as well. I know probably most people won't know what that is, but I'm wondering. Yeah. Midi says, what's a drone purchase? Drone is a video game. Just YouTube drone video game, and you'll be able to see what Earth 2 purchased. Dave Rose's mom says El Tapso. So Pacific says they purchased a military drone to be able to take pictures for the Earth 2 platform. Not financial advice, just my opinion. No, it's not that. David Rose's mom have to go. Peace, man. Peace. Monarch NFTs is nice shirt, bruh. Thanks, man. Timothy Lementary says Vivi needs to have a David Hughes hair accessory for top stakers as a reward. Dude, I'd love that. I'd love that so much. Player One's wondering if Earth 2 might skyrocket out of nowhere before OMI. Makes me want to get into Earth 2 as well. I would be so salty. I don't know what I do. I don't know what I do at that point. Because I have 30,000 essence. It starts out at a penny, goes to $1. So I have $30,000. I don't know what to do. Gorolomi says, you should hit Andre up to see if he's interested in your Pokemon cards. I do want to get him on the podcast at some point, and maybe to talk about that. So I'll let you know. Maybe I'll ask him there. Canadian 14 says, I want Immutable X, Coinbase, and Binance for Christmas. Oh, so there was something that I really do have to show you guys. I could have sworn, I don't know if I have it, if I did it already, but, or if I showed it already, but it is a doozy. Updates, nope, that's not it. Oh, I really hope it was, oh, maybe it was before this. Weeks, heavy breathing intensifies. Yep, alright, so Binance NFT is a marketplace, the one-stop shop for NFTs. 320,000 followers. And they're only following 244 people, or they were as of 3 days ago. Look who they're following. No, not Elon Musk, but yes, Elon Musk as well. Vivi Digital Collectibles. I did not think that we would get a Binance partnership until like late next year, and Coinbase would come at some point, earlier before that, but I don't know, man. Dude, I don't know. X says, I remember that. That's old. Yeah. Senior lead JB is that best commercial. I think that was a Super Bowl commercial for a long time. Caden Reeves says, how do you know Earth 2 purchased drone? I think Nathaniel confirmed it. So one of the devs confirmed it. I forget which one. He says, thoughts on Theta? I don't know enough about it to be able to give a opinion on it. So hold on, drone. Yeah, so drone video game. Actually, which one are you gonna? Hang on, I forget which one it was. Fearful, patient saves, one new fridge. I forget exactly what you had to go and Google for it, but I have seen other people go and play it. I forget which one it's called, but the drone video game is something that you... No, it's a video game, but I forget which one it was, though. I think it's just called Drone the Game. But yeah, you're flying like a thing, and you can build things and stuff like that. So it is pretty cool. I haven't seen it in a while though. But guys, that is about it for me. I have been a what do you call it? I streamed for about an hour and a half before. I streamed technically late last night, early this morning from 11:30 to 2:30, and I have a piece of pizza with my name on it. So I'm going to eat that piece of pizza in front of you. It's gonna be so good. I might have to wait until the alcohol gets rid of my things. But also I forgot. Everyone check out Star Helix and Kyle Willson on YouTube, and at not Star Helix at Hey David Don and at EQ_crypto on Twitter. They're very good. And everyone say bye bye to Dashi. Bye bye Dashi. Oh, I'm gonna eat. Actually, this is just some crust. Some crust. Oh yeah. That was the good stuff. So I'll see y'all later. Thank you for the super chats. I love you. Take care. Bye guys. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow.